As Italian chef, one of the most important things is to use the best quality ingredient that we can access. One of these ingredients is the Prosciutto di Parma. During my travel in Italy, I had the opportunity to try several different kinds of prosciutto from different areas. I love the Prosciutto di Parma because the flavor is more sweet and is 100% natural. Each part is good for a different recipe, and I use all the part of the prosciutto. I use the trims because they usually go to waste, and I use the end because there's a lot of meat that is very rich. A great sign for a great quality prosciutto is the quality of the fat. When you slice, the fat will carry most of the flavor. This dish shows you how to utilize all the off-cuts of the Prosciutto di Parma. We made the filling out of braising the end of the prosciutto and the trims. Then we add sauté porcini mushroom, a touch of mascarpone and parmigiano reggiano. To make the consommé, I smoke the cherry tomato. Then I add them to the trim of the prosciutto and the shallots. I deglaze with marsala wine and I use ice to drop the temperature and extract more flavor from the stock. Then I strain it and I add the whipped egg white to start the clarifying process of the consommé. Then I strain it and it's ready to be used. I layer the slice of prosciutto, then I roll it, freeze, so the roll can hold the slice it and dehydrate in a oven at 200 Fahrenheit for about 2 hours. This is Cappelacci pasta filled with prosciutto crudo trims and the prosciutto end, with thyme bread, the chips of prosciutto, a little bit of arugula. Then I finish with smoked tomato and prosciutto crudo consommé. With the skin, I rend out the fat and I will use it to make a foam. After I render the fat, I boil the skin in salted water for about 2.5 hours. Then I puff it in hot oil at 360 Fahrenheit. And then I made pears out of prickly pear juice. This is my take on the bruschetta, but just using prosciutto instead of bread. We dehydrate a slice of prosciutto in a oven at 200 Fahrenheit for about 2 hours. I plate the dry prosciutto crudo with the fat foam, melons, the crispy ciccioli, seagrass, flour, and the prickly pear pears. This is my take on the bruschetta, by using the skin that usually goes to waste. This is my classic approach on pizza, with hand-carved prosciutto di Parma. I add robiola cheese, light roasted maitake mushroom, finish with arugula, and then I layer on top the prosciutto di Parma sliced by hand. Hand carving is the most classic approach. You get thicker slice and a more complex experience. I made a glass of sugar by melting the sugar and blowing with hot air. I bake all the trims of the Prosciutto di Parma and then infuse the milk overnight. To make the gelato, I use liquid nitrogen. I plate with pistachio, chocolate crumble, and meringue, caramelized figs. Then I twist the unripe mandarin to extract the essential oil, microgreen, Prosciutto di Parma dehydrate at 200 Fahrenheit for 2 hours, aged aceto balsamico, and then I cover with the glass. This is my take on gelato by infusing it with Prosciutto di Parma. During my career, I've been trying several kinds of prosciutto, and this one is one of my favorites. Having the Prosciutto di Parma in the menu is a must.